Our channel was pretty much built on scary videos, and we have 5 pretty terrifying ones for you in this video. Now these are nothing too gory or heavy, just filled with good old-fashioned creepy factor. Again, and as always, we are not saying any of these are true, we leave that up to you to decide. Now before we get into these, check out the intro to our newest documentary we uploaded to Patreon, World War ET, an in-depth look at what a war with aliens would look like. Humanity once believed that the universe revolved entirely around the Earth, literally, spiritually, and metaphorically. It's a really cool documentary that we're very proud of, and you can watch it for just $2 per month over on Patreon. For that $2, you'll also get access to tons of other documentaries that are not available on YouTube. We promise that you will not be disappointed. Now, let's get into this video. Creepy mannequin. We don't know about you, but we find shop mannequins quite creepy at the best of times, and now it has emerged that in some shops they are being fitted with a secret spy camera to watch shoppers, which makes them even creepier. So when this footage emerged in April 2020, it freaked everyone out. At first it just looks like a mannequin sitting on a seat, legs crossed in a shop window, and it appears to turn its head towards the camera. Take a look. Now we have no way of knowing if that mannequin has any remote controlled robotic parts, and is just a prank being played by a shop owner. Or is it a Big Brother type spy camera watching the public's every move? Bigfoot. We haven't covered much of Bigfoot lately, as most of the sightings these days are obvious fakes, and this one likely is as well. But as we're trying to keep things a bit light-hearted in this video, we thought we would show you the latest Bigfoot sighting. 2 hikers allegedly filmed it in Salt Fort State Park in Ohio, a hotspot for Bigfoot sightings, with over 36 reported there since the mid-1980s. In fact, sightings are so frequent that there is even a trail called Bigfoot Ridge. The hikers claimed initially they found a lot of hair and bones, probably from deer, that appeared to have been ripped apart. They then heard some strange howling noises and decided to send up a drone to see if they could locate where the sounds were coming from. When they sent the drone up, they picked up what looked like a couple of dark objects amongst the trees. The hikers then realized a snowstorm was coming in, so decided to bring the drone down and hike towards where they thought the drone had caught the images. That is when they caught this footage on their regular camera. Now some would say that is a man in a hairy suit, however the guys that filmed it are adamant that it was either Bigfoot or the Ohio Grassman, another Bigfoot type creature said to live in the area. The footage seems similar to footage captured by a family in January 2018 while hiking in the Canadian forest. We love these types of clips, but whether they prove Bigfoot actually exists, we cannot say for sure of course. although we think the family's clip is slightly more convincing than the hikers. What do you think? The sky is screaming. This is a strange one, and if you witnessed it yourself, it would be quite unsettling. On May 23, 2020, the city of Bryan in Texas experienced a fierce thunderstorm. Resident Daniel Hobb watched out of his apartment window as the storm progressed when he heard a piercing scream. He opened his window to see where it was coming from and started recording.
Listen to this. There's a sound screaming. It's like a scream. It's so freaking loud, and it's coming from up in the air, like up there. It's been going on now. What is that? I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago. What the fuck? Dude, that's coming from like up in the sky outside of my apartment. What is that? I haven't heard it like that yet. Gene, check this out. Listen. This is coming from the sky above my apartment. It's been going on for half an hour. What is that? That's so scary. It sounds like someone screaming, then it sounds like a bunch of like Indians whooping in the distance. What is that bizarre sound? Here, I'll be right back. Did you hear that? It's like a blood-curdling scream, but it's coming from like up here in the sky. Oh, gross, I just stepped in a bunch of mud. What is that sound? Now it sounds like it's coming from behind me. That is so loud and so, like, eerie. It's like a banshee, blood-curdling scream. Ooh. There it is again.
That's a pretty eerie sound. Daniel likened it to a banshee and said the sound seemed to happen a few seconds after the lightning, and it's fair to say he sounds seriously creeped out. Those that viewed the footage offered a variety of reasons for this piercing scream: someone being murdered, or an alien visitation. However, it seems there is an explanation. An atmospheric invasion caused the noise. This happens when lightning discharged in thunderstorms such as those seen in the video, and as the cloud to ground flashes, it releases a strong current that makes a roaring noise echoing in the sky.
What is that? I haven't heard it like that yet.
Creepy red-eyed creature discovered in Russian subway. A strange-looking alien creature has been filmed in an abandoned subway station in Russia. Supposedly the clip was sent to YouTube channel Disclosure Screen, The Grim Reaper, although all the information on it was in Russian. Take a look and see what you think. It looks to us like a snake, although we've done a bit of research and the only thing it resembles is an albino snake, as some species do have reddish eyes and look alien-like. Snakes are known to hide in dark places, so that would account for the cocoon it's crawled into. There is also the possibility that it is a fake, of course. What do you make of it? Chuckesmee comes to life. If you're a Twilight franchise fan, you will know that an animatronic doll was made to portray Renesmee, the half-vampire, half-human daughter of Edward Cullen and Bella Swan, in the Twilight saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. However, the unnerving puppet was deemed so creepy by the cast and crew, they named her Chuckesmee, and she was eventually deemed too grotesque to appear in the final movie. The producer said the doll was one of the most grotesque animatronic babies ever not to be seen on screen. She was later replaced with a real baby by CGI enhanced features, although fans of the show caught a glimpse of her in the bonus features for the film when it was released on DVD.
Chuckesmee, you know the doll?
Chuckesmee is one of the most grotesque animatronic babies, ever to not be seen on film.
You could open up this a little bit more, Nikki.
This way?
Yeah, that way, that's kind of good.
So we ended up pulling this thing out on the day and shooting it. And the second you're holding it up, you realize, this is never going to work. No fake thing is ever going to do the trick. I mean, if you're Bella, you're looking at it going, I don't want that thing. Put it back.
The doll is currently displayed in Forks, Washington, where Stephanie Meyer based her Twilight Saga novels, and is part of the town's permanent Forever Twilight collection of props from the films. But staff have noticed that it seems to move around in her display case, and when they looked at her socks, they were dirty from where she appeared to have been walking around. Over the years, the doll has gotten a reputation for having a life of her own. Staff would come in the morning, and things would be moved around in her case. She would be in a different position than what she was left in. Sometimes she is standing up straight, and on another day she is in a weird position. Originally, Chuckesmee was displayed out of a case, but because people were compelled to touch her, she was put in a case to protect her. Whether or not she is haunted is up for debate, although it seems Chuckesmee's days are numbered anyway, as she is actively melting and is now tacky to touch. So that's 5 scary but light-hearted videos. We hope you've enjoyed this slightly different video to usual. Don't forget to check out our Patreon page where you can watch World War ET, or check out the Hit the Lights podcast for listening on the go. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.